Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to RockTrue Daily. I am Jate Michelle, aka the Hope Dealer. I come on here each and every morning, daily to give you a daily dose of encouragement and to bless your day, hopefully with a message. Today I just simply came on here to tell y'all you are loved. You are amazingly loved. First and foremost and above everything by God. And if you don't feel like it, for whatever reason, you might not feel it. You might not feel worthy of God's love. You may feel like nah, not me, because I'm into this or I've done that. I've made this mistake. I'm living this life. Even in that, God loves you. There is not a single living being on earth that God does not love, that he is not crazy about. He might not be crazy about the things that we do sometimes, but God loves you. He loves you beyond your mistakes. Um And the only reason why he feels the way he does about the things that we are into sometimes is because he loves us. Um, because he wants the best for us. Because a lot of things that we be into, um, all the things he tells us to not be into, the things he tells us not to do, it's clearly if when we think about it, when we get out of the, you know, just the because sometimes people, I remember some of my younger days when I was younger. It just seemed like it was God was this or to follow God, it was just what you can't do. You ain't supposed to be in this, y'all, and the older people, y'all young people this and y'all young people that, and y'all need Jesus and what. And so it just seemed like God just seemed like this the whole idea just looked like what you couldn't do. Nobody ever really spoke about, the person of God. It was just you doing this and you need and y'all need Jesus. And absolutely we all do. Um, you know, and so it looked like I said, just a list of rules. Can't do this, you can't do that. I'm like, well, what can you do? It just looked like God was this parent. So think about when we're teenagers, right? And you ask your parents, can I go here? Or can I do this? Or can I go be with so and so? And they be like, And what do you think? You think, oh, they don't ever want me to do nothing. Oh, you feel like you're trying to control your life. Then when you get older, you realize why they told you couldn't do what you asked to do. Why they didn't want you to hang in this particular spot. Why they didn't want you to be around a particular crowd, because it was all for protection. So again, um, I don't care what you've done. I don't care what you think you are. First and foremost, above whatever you are into or what you think that you are, what people say you are, you may have, you know, people. We as people tend to put labels on people, but what God says about you trumps everything. And so when you get with God, and he begins the transformation, because a lot of, even that's a misconception, that I can't come to God until I get right. No, we come to God so he can get us right, because we can't get ourselves right. And that's the beautiful thing about it. We have one job. We have one job, y'all. Come to God. God, I need you. Bam. He does the rest. He does the amazing transformation within us. He does the amazing work that transforms us into the version of us that he created to be. And that's when we begin to live our best life, our blessed life. Again, I remember, like, with going back to the, what you can't do, this rules. Um, no, and it's like, well, darn, like, when you're done, it's like, well, it's almost like you can't even live. No, listen, God. when you start doing life with God, it gets grander, it gets better. That's when you actually start living. And y'all, it's a lot of things we can do. And actually a lot of it's just a way that we can, there's a proper way to do it. You know what I mean? There's a proper way, there's a proper order. There's a better way to do those things. Because he has a plan for us. A better plan than we have for ourselves. A better way than we usually do it ourselves. Um so absolutely, life gets better, it gets grander, it gets more fun. Yeah, everything just gets better with him. And so again, if you are feeling love, I don't, like I said, I don't care what you're doing. Um, you are absolutely, so you are absolutely worthy. None of us are worthy. Let me rephrase that. None of us technically are worthy of God's love. But it's so amazing because it has nothing to do with who we are and everything to do with who He is, why He loves us. He loves you beyond, more than your mother, more than your father. Um, just an unexplainable, unimaginable, beyond anything that you could think of. That's how much God loves you. In spite of you, in spite of me, in spite of us. And so if you're feeling unloved for whatever reason, um, if you're feeling low, if you are feeling hopeless, if you are feeling just whatever, I want to encourage you today to ask God, show me that I am loved. And I promise you, He's going to show up. He loves you more than you could ever imagine. He might not like what we do at times, but He absolutely loves us. So much that He literally sent Jesus to die on the cross for us so that we could have hope. So whatever you may feel like is hopeless, it's not. It's not. Like I said, yeah, talk to guys today. You are loved. You are beyond love. Um, Also, I wanted to encourage us today to, of course, um, be kind, to love on somebody today, and to call somebody you haven't called in a long time for whatever reason. It could be no reason that you just have. Sometimes you just, sometimes you just lose. It's just been a while since you talked to certain people, or sometimes something not pleasant may have happened between you and that person. But I want to encourage you today. Um, that love is greater than any disagreement, any situation. So let love take over today and call that person. Yes, you be the bigger person. And I know sometimes pride will have us not do that, but there's a verse in the Bible that tells us pride goes before destruction. Pride is useless. It does us no good. So yeah. I love y'all. God loves you even more. I am not just saying that. It is not just what I've read, it is what I have lived, it is what I have been blessed to experience. And like I said, if you don't feel that way, you ask God today, God, show me I'm loved. Real quick before we go, I wanted to read this verse. This is one of my favorites. And it's Ephesians, in Ephesians 3, and it says, and may you have the power to understand, as all God's people should, how wide, how long, and how high, how deep His love is. May you experience the love of Christ, though it is too great to understand fully. Then you will be made complete with all the fullness of life and power given by Christ. So just, that's deep, y'all. God loves you, loves us, like I said, to the point that it tells us that we could never even fully understand. And so if you are feeling, especially in this season, we are in the holiday season, um, and I know sometimes it can be hard for some people for whatever reason. But if you are just, feeling a not so good way, um, just remember God loves you. Um, he loves you beyond beyond what you could ever imagine. Y'all have an amazing, oh, y'all was ready to say Monday. Y'all have an amazing Tuesday. Be blessed. I pray His covering and protection over you all.